Now, a string of stolen vehicles, the surprising suspects, and how to keep your car safe. Plus, developments from the January 6th hearings, how Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson is now implicated. And a miraculous rescue. A 3-year-old is safe after a near tragedy in southeastern Wisconsin. That's all coming up right now on News 3 Now at 10. First tonight, Madison police are asking for the public's help finding this woman, 33-year-old Samela Robinson, and her 4 children. Police do not have evidence at this time to suspect foul play is involved in their disappearances. Robinson has ties to Chicago, and police said, adding she may have also spent some time recently in central Illinois.
The fear that we all have, whether you're in law enforcement or just the community, is one of these times we're not going to be so lucky and someone innocent is going to get struck.
That, thankfully, has not been the case recently here in Madison, but the risk is growing as we head into an already busy and dangerous summer. It's not only the crimes, but the ages that concern Madison police this week. Twice in the last 6 days, teenagers stole cars, raced around town, then crashed them and ran. Armand Rahman. And he's live in Madison with what we learned.
Charlotte police say Hyundais and Kias just like this one are being stolen, targeted for manufacturing issues. They're taken on joyrides, which of course end in crashes. The people who are doing it, not even old enough to have a driver's license. This is how a stolen Kia SUV ended up on Madison's south side last night.
For vehicle crimes where they're stealing and leading us on high-speed chases.
Madison Police Captain Mike Hansen says it's not just the speeds, more than 50 miles per hour on city streets, but a different number that concerns him even more.
It does appear anecdotally that the youth are getting more young, 15 and 14 years old, driving these cars so recklessly.
All 4 suspects were 14 and younger and were arrested after running from the scene. It's the second rollover crash in less than a week involving teens.
We got here, there was about 13 police cars.
Last week, 4 teenagers crashed a stolen car and ran into the Marcus Point Theater on the west side. Police locked down the scene up for several hours before safely arresting those suspects.
That teamwork allowed for a safe resolution, excellent resolution to a situation that was rather dangerous and pretty chaotic given the nature of the business and the time of day.
It appears the issues are popping up all around town, including East Wash near Hayes Road. MPD reports newer Kias and Hyundais were stolen several times in the last 2 weeks. While no one's taken Viasham Manny's car, they did take items from inside.
If you're leaving your pod for your ignition switch inside the car, generally what they do is they just come by and hit the handle, and it's like the lottery. They win.
Captain Hansen says it's challenging for law enforcement with suspects so young.
No one's saying lock a 14-year-old up and throw away the key by any means. However, there are probably other measures between jobs, schooling, neighborhood centers, and other things to get more outreach to these youth that are committing the crime.
Now, the suspects last night allegedly tampered with the steering column. Now, as you see here, a steering wheel lock like this one can be a way to protect your car. Locks the steering wheel with the brake pedal so you can't use that push button start. Madison Police is planning a joint press conference with another Wisconsin city later on this week to address how they're going to stop these thefts. In Madison, live, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
Sauk County authorities actively searching for a driver who they say hit and killed a bicyclist on a rural county road last night. Deputies believe the crash happened near the town of Troy sometime between 8 and 9:30. The biker was found around 10:30 along County Road B near Castle Road. The bicyclist was alive when the deputy arrived, but later died. Authorities said the driver of the vehicle, who has not yet been identified, drove away from the scene. Investigators have recovered several items of evidence from the scene and are reviewing video footage from the area. To weather now, a quick hitting storm moving through, but we're in the clear now. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi.
Still humid out here, Charlotte, but that will change overnight. Let's start out by taking a look at the time lapse from the WISC Skycam. This is for this evening, looking to the south. You can see those thunderstorms passing just south of the station, but they blew on by, and skies are actually starting to turn partly cloudy now. The last of the thunderstorms out into Lake Michigan. There are some storms to our south across northern Illinois that are moving eastward, so the rain is pretty much over with, and we're looking for the air to dry out. But high temperatures today, 94 Madison, 99 Janesville, 100 degrees in Milwaukee, and right now temperatures are still in the upper 80s in Milwaukee. Here in Madison, 83, and Janesville's at 88. But to the west now, temperatures are dropping into the 70s. And dew points that were in the 70s earlier, now mid-60s in Madison, and already down to 59 in La Crosse. Tomorrow, tonight, look for clear skies overnight, low temperature dropping to about 67. Then tomorrow should be mostly sunny, warm but less humid with a high of 83. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes some thunderstorm chances toward the end of the week and even cooler weather for the start of next week.
Developing tonight, a Senate vote on gun safety legislation could come as early as tonight. A bipartisan group of senators released the text of a new gun safety bill this evening. The measure includes millions of dollars for mental health, school safety, and crisis intervention programs. It also lays out incentives for states to include juvenile records in the national criminal background check system. Senator Ron Johnson is being implicated in the ongoing investigation of the January 6th riots. Today, during the House committee's public hearing, they showed a text conversation between Johnson and Pence staffers in which the Johnson staffer said the senator needed to deliver a slate of so-called alternate electors to the vice president, falsely claiming Trump won the election in Wisconsin and Michigan. Here's that exchange shown during today's testimony. It's between Johnson staffer Sean Riley and Pence staffer Chris Hodgson on the afternoon of the vote counting. You can see when Hodgson asked what needed to be delivered, and Riley says it was an alternate slate of electors. Hodgson replies, "Do not give that to him." We heard from Senator Johnson tonight.
We got handed an envelope that was supposed to go to the vice president. I didn't know. So we called out the vice president. He didn't want it. We didn't deliver it. It's not a story. Guys, this is such a non-story. Are you going to ask if you got it?
Johnson says he doesn't know who provided the envelope in the first place and that he had no hand in any of it. In addition, today, lawmakers on the House committee laid out former President Trump's efforts to pressure state and local officials into helping him stay in power. CBS's Skylar Henry has those details.
The House Select Committee investigating the January 6th attack says pressuring local officials was a fundamental part of former President Trump's playbook in attempting to overturn the 2020 election.
I will not break my oath.
Rusty Bowers, the Republican Speaker of the Arizona House, told the panel that Mr. Trump's attorney, Rudy Giuliani, could not present him any proof of voter fraud, but wanted him to decertify the state's electors anyway.
He said, "We've got lots of theories, we just don't have the evidence." And I don't know if that was a gaffe.
In Georgia, Mr. Trump called various officials, hoping they would change the results in his favor.
I just want to find 11,780 votes.
Anyway, but whatever you can do, Francis, it would be, it's a great thing. It's an important thing for the country.
California Democrat Adam Schiff says then Chief of Staff Mark Meadows wanted to send Trump memorabilia to election investigators.
Coins, actual autographed MAGA hats, etc. White House staff intervened to make sure that didn't happen.
Committee members say the pressure campaign ultimately led to the violence at the Capitol on January 6th.
Donald Trump did not care about the threats of violence. He did not condemn them. He made no effort to stop them.
One Georgia election worker says the former president's attacks led to death threats against her and her family.
Wishing death upon me, saying things like, "Be glad it's 2020 and not 1920.
The next hearing is Thursday, when the committee will detail Mr. Trump's efforts to pressure his own Justice Department into spreading his false claims. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
On Thursday, the committee will also interview in private Alex Holder, a British filmmaker who shot exclusive video with then-President Trump and his inner circle in the days leading up to the election, and footage of the Capitol riot. In Wisconsin, Michael Gableman, the former state Supreme Court justice hired by state Republicans to investigate the 2020 election, is appealing his contempt ruling. That ruling is costing Gableman $2,000 per day for not complying with open records requests related to his investigation. Also new at 10, a Los Angeles jury found embattled comedian Bill Cosby liable in a civil case brought by Judy Huth, a woman who claimed he sexually assaulted her as a teenager in the 1970s. The jury, comprised of 8 women and 4 men, awarded Huth $500,000 in damages. Huth first filed the case in 2014. Fire crews doused a passenger plane in flame-retardant foam at Miami International Airport Tuesday after the jet caught fire. An official identified the plane as Red Air Flight. 3 of the 126 people on board suffered minor injuries. According to FlightAware, the plane landed at Miami International about 2 hours after departing from Punta Saucedo, Dominican Republic. Incredible video from southeastern Wisconsin. A trailer caught fire in a mobile home park over the weekend in West Dallas. That's near Milwaukee. And tonight we are seeing officer-worn video showing a 3-year-old boy being rescued. You can see the first responders rushing to the scene, breaking out the windows of the mobile home, and the boy eventually makes his way to the window and is carried out by officers. And another developing story, Verizon wireless customers in parts of Wisconsin are seeing network outages this evening due to a cut fiber cable. The company confirmed the news tonight. Verizon did not provide an estimated restoration time or details about where this cable was cut. A new pilot program launching in Madison, helping select people let them meet their ends. The city of Madison is just announcing the new program that will guarantee direct payments to select families. The Madison Forward Fund will provide 155 families with $500 per month for a full year. Those who are selected for the program can then use the money with no strings attached. So in order to qualify, families must have a household income less than 200% of the federal poverty line, have at least one child under 18 living in their home, and be permanent Madison residents. All of the money for the program comes from private donors. Still ahead tonight, for the first time in several years, there are new federal sleeping guidelines for newborn babies. Plus, celebrating the beginning of the summer season with music. Stay with us.
It used to mean something here, but it doesn't seem to mean much to Ron Johnson. Senator Johnson pushed for special tax breaks for corporations that ship American jobs overseas. Worse, when his corporate PAC donor announced plans to create jobs outside Wisconsin, Johnson defended them.
It's not like we don't have enough jobs here in Wisconsin.
Senator Johnson, stop going easy on China and making it tougher on us.
I'm Rebecca, and you might know me from reality TV.
And this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of. But then I went to Sono Bello, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for one visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels incredible to look down and it's flat.
Thank you again, Sono Bello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-595-1532 or go to sonobello.com.
Don't get stuck with internet and TV that costs more and does less. Set yourself free with Spectrum and get it all from one provider. Get Spectrum Internet with enough speed for all your devices all at once with speeds of 200 megabits.
Whoa, that's fast.
Plus, get a free modem and free desktop security to keep you safe online. Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month. Call 833-605-4999. And don't get stuck with the same old TV. Multiply your screens. Spectrum TV with a free Spectrum TV app lets you watch here, there, and everywhere. Stream live TV, sports, news, and more on any device. Plus, access up to 85,000 on-demand titles. Get Spectrum TV from $49.99 a month. Call 833-605-4999. Don't get stuck paying more for less. Pick and choose the services you need. Spectrum Internet or TV, or get them both for $49.99 a month each. All with no contracts. Call 833-605-4999.
A new playground right here in the 608 is giving kids of all abilities a chance to join in on the fun.
Tomorrow, Josh Sprider takes you along to check it out.
And will we ever see a relief from all this heat? I'll have that answer for you tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. For the the first time since 2016, the American Academy of Pediatrics is updating its sleep guidelines for babies. Its main message, co-sleeping under any circumstances is not safe. The AAP also says to avoid using incline products or crib decorations. It recommends parents put babies to sleep alone on a flat, firm mattress with a snug-fitted sheet, and instead of a blanket, use a swaddle sack. Elon Musk is one step closer to taking the wheel at Twitter. Twitter's board of directors says the Musk deal is the best one for shareholders and unanimously recommended they vote to approve the sale. A special shareholder meeting for a vote on the acquisition is one of the final steps needed to close this deal, and it could happen in the coming months. More local news now. It was a day to celebrate music and the change of season. Held on the summer solstice, Make Music Madison returned to coffee shops, restaurants, porches, and parks all across the city today. Our photojournalist Chris Hawbaker went to check it out.
Make Music Madison started in 2013 with a dedicated group of local volunteers and city staff. Make Music Day initiated in Paris actually 40 years ago as Fête de la Musique, and it started off as a day to celebrate both the summer solstice and the joy of live music. It also came out of this kind of ethos about just bringing the community together on the summer solstice. So that's why it's every June 21st, despite the day of the week.
That lovely day in June, the music stopped.
We don't just play music for ourselves. We play music to engage with other people. We did this so that, you know, we could share it with other people. Sharing music, sharing food, sharing, you know, ideas. That's the important thing. We're playing jazz. You're going to hear all kinds of music all over the city.
I belong to the Madison Classical Guitar Society, and they had slots, and they were looking for people to play, and I do like to perform. Yeah, I like a lot of different kinds of music, and so not just classical guitar music, so I'm going to listen to other performers today, and so I can go and listen to some other venues.
But it's really about anyone making music. So we have over 120 venues all over the city of Madison this year. Anyone can host music on this day, and anyone can play music.
We didn't all go to Stonehenge to watch the sunrise or anything like that. We came out to play in front of a cheese shop. That's just as good.
Make Music Madison is important because it allows our community to learn about all the creative talent that exists here, to get to know one another, and to just celebrate the joy of live music. Outdoors on a beautiful day and engage with one another in real life, which we haven't been able to do for quite some time.
Thank you, Bubba, for that story. Next at 10, Dane County leaders are breaking ground on a new 90-acre solar farm project. It's being built on county-owned land in the town of Cottage Grove. Known as the Yahara Solar Project, construction of this will achieve Dane County's goal of using 100% renewable electricity at all county facilities. And here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti, who will not sing the forecast for us.
Yeah, there are FCC regulations against that, I think.
You were saying you're not musical, you can't sing.
No, but I can give the forecast, and today it was just a question of how hot it was going to get. But you can see, just as quickly as the storms fired up around 5 and 6 o'clock, that's how quickly they fell apart between about 9:30 and 10:30. And the atmosphere is still very warm aloft, and so when the storms don't break through that cap, they just fall apart, and that's exactly what happened over southeastern Wisconsin. But we had a line of thunderstorms move through much of southern Wisconsin between about maybe 6 and 9 o'clock this evening. nothing. There were a couple of severe weather reports, including a tree limb down in Windsor from some strong winds. Also, Darlington, a tree down on Highway 23 that was blocking traffic, and some hail over in Hazel Green. So, you know, it wasn't a big severe weather outbreak, but a couple of strong to severe thunderstorms popped up. Pretty much what we were thinking. Now, warm and less humid weather moves back in for tomorrow. High temperatures will be in the lower 80s. Be in the upper 80s for Thursday and Friday, and then we have some thunderstorm chances Saturday, followed by cooler weather for the start of next week. Live view from the Edgewater Skycam. Skies are either clear or partly cloudy out there, but the almanac for today tells the story. High temperature 94 degrees. It wasn't a record. 100 back in the hot summer of 1988 was the record. 72 the muggy overnight low temperature, and right now we're sitting at 83 degrees. Winds out of the west-northwest at 5 miles per hour. Dew point starting to drop. We were in the low 70s earlier, now in the mid-60s. By the time you get to La Crosse, dew points are in the upper 50s, so there's improvement on the way. But high temperatures today, upper 90s to triple-digit heat. Milwaukee hit 100 degrees, so did Wichita and Dodge City, Kansas. Temperatures very close to 100 in Chicago. Now temperatures still 90 in Chicago, but down into the upper 70s by the time you get to the Twin Cities. And notice those dew points, still in the low 70s in Chicago, mid-60s here, and around 50 in Minneapolis. So the air definitely drying out. The jet stream overhead, so these showers and storms just kind of lose their strength as they move into the hot and humid air aloft just to our south. So that's what's happening here, other than some of the storms along the back end of the line. But the cold front now has shifted to the south and east. So the winds are now coming in from the northwest. The air's starting to dry out. Again, the temperature drop-off is not very big, but it's the dew point temperatures that drop off significantly, and that will make a difference. Low temperatures tomorrow night will be down to around 60. Clear skies by the early morning, and then lots of sunshine for tomorrow. Highs in the low 80s, and then for tomorrow night, clear skies, low temperatures around 60, and then winds come out of the south on Thursday and Friday, and temperatures get back up into the upper 80s. So for tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, but it'll be warm and less humid. That's the big thing there. High temperature at 83 degrees. 7 to 10 day forecast, 87 Thursday, 88 Friday. Slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm Thursday night into Friday. More humidity on Saturday means the better chances for showers and thunderstorms. But you can see by the end of, or the middle part of next week, temperatures will be back in the low to mid 80s, and temperatures pretty close to normal at that time.
All right, Gary, thank you. And still to come tonight, a chance for some relief at the pump ahead of the 4th of July travel season. That story is coming up next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's a short drive to big adventure at the National Mississippi River Museum and Aquarium in the Port of Dubuque. General admission gets you access to all exhibits for 2 consecutive days. Plan your adventure at rivermuseum.com.
Hey, this one's free. Car in front of you pay for it.
The best things in life are free.
This is the greatest day of my life!
Just wait till she hears about free installation from Feldco.
Free installation?
Free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus, no interest until 2024. That's something to get excited about.
Free installation ends soon. Call now.
Quality windows, siding, and doors. Call 866 for Feldco.
New in 2022, with the iCare Benefit Card, members have access to even more. In addition to receiving up to $1,200 per year in over-the-counter health items, members get a $50 monthly allowance for healthy food purchases and can earn rewards for completing healthy activities like getting a flu shot. Call the iCare Benefits Helpline for a free consultation to get all the benefits you're entitled to. Rest easy. iCare is looking out for you and your health.
It's Wow Wednesdays at Hy-Vee. This Wednesday, get ballpark hot dog or hamburger buns, only $1.88. Select Kellogg's cereal, only $1.48. And Hy-Vee large eggs, only 99 cents. Wednesday only. For more ways to save on hundreds of items every day at Hy-Vee, check out our monthly catalog, our weekly ad, and scan the QR code to visit HyVeeDeals.com for even more deals.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Donate today.
I'm Tim Michaels. My company was building the Keystone Pipeline, but then Joe Biden canceled it, afraid to offend liberals. Biden killed hundreds of jobs, sent gas prices way up, making everything more expensive. Only a career politician could make such a mess of things. I'm Tim Michaels. Liberals like Biden and Tony Evers are destroying our economy, and the hardworking people of Wisconsin, they're paying the price. As governor, I'll fight to make sure you keep more of your money, and I don't care who I offend to do it.
It's time to climb, build, discover, and play at the National Mississippi River Museum and Aquarium's newest exhibit. Live, work, and play in harmony with nature at Forever Forest. Now open. For tickets, visit rivermuseum.com.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. Governor Tony Evers today signing an emergency order prohibiting price gouging of gasoline and diesel as prices remain near record highs. According to AAA, the average price of a gallon of gasoline in Wisconsin is $4.83. That's just shy of the national average of $4.97. On the national level, President Biden says he is considering a gas tax holiday and could make a decision by the end of the week. That would bring down prices at the pump as millions get ready to travel for the 4th of July weekend. Errol Barnett reports.
Summer is now officially underway. That means more people will be hitting the road. And if President Biden suspends the federal gas tax, which is under consideration, it could save drivers an average of 18 cents per gallon. Now, that would be welcome news to the record 42 million Americans expected to drive more than 50 miles over the 4th of July holiday weekend. That's 88% of all holiday travelers. Today, our national average for a gallon of regular is just shy of $5 per gallon. It's been shedding pennies in recent days. This record number of drivers, though, may be partially due to concerns over the flight delays and mass cancellations we keep seeing, and of course the expense. The average lowest price of a flight is 14% higher than last year. Now, only 7% of people will take to the skies. That's the lowest share of 4th of July holiday travel in more than a decade. But still, more than 3.5 million people will be flying. And because of the recent relaxed COVID rules, international travel is still seeing a surge, with bookings up 252% over last year. Now, for those of us staying stateside, consider this your warning. Travel times are expected to increase on the roads by 50% starting June 30th, which is Thursday of next week, with that Thursday and Friday being peak congestion times. So without a doubt, it's about to get busy out there. Errol Barnett, CBS News, Washington.
And stay with us. We'll take a final check of your first warn forecast when we come back.
When the family can't get enough of your signature dish, get everything you need with Pick and Save free pickup with no surprise fees. So start your cart today. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Oh, love that Chevy Blazer. That's our next SUV. Love that Equinox. That's our next SUV.
Nice Trailblazer.
It was love at first sight. What?
The Chevy family of SUVs. Find new options. Find new roads.
Qualified lessees can sign and drive this Equinox for around $340 a month. Tax, title, license, and dealer fees are extra. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Welcome back to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, where the action's really heating up.
Yeah, Jerry, let's go down to Tina and see what's happening.
Thanks, guys. We're here with Cheryl and Greg, and they just won the huge jackpot. What are you guys gonna do with all that cash?
We're gonna go to Fiji.
Let's see my mom. Hi, Mom. They're going to visit Mom. Maybe they'll take her on vacation.
Oh, it looks like a great day for Cheryl and Greg.
Hey, I wish I could join them.
When my family opened the first Culver's in Sauk City, Wisconsin, you know what we did? We gave it our all. making sure everyone felt welcome. Sharing our favorite foods from around the state, like Butterburgers and fresh frozen custard. Greeting every guest with all our heart, crafting each meal with care. Believing a smile makes everything taste better. And it's a tradition we bring with us yet today, from our hometown to yours. Welcome to Delicious.
Most senators couldn't tell you the cost of a gallon of milk. Thanks, Ruben. Or how much beef has gone up this year. But I'm not like most senators or any of the other millionaires running for Senate. My mom was a teacher and my dad worked third shift. I know how hard you work. And I know that by bringing manufacturing home, we create jobs and we lower costs. If we want to change Washington, we got to change the people we send there. I'm Mandela Barnes and I approve this message.
Nebraska is kind of like that odd kid. Didn't say much in school. Slightly peculiar, maybe. But when you took the time to get to know him, turned out he was pretty interesting. We know some people won't take the time, but if you're someone who will, odds are you're gonna like it here. Nebraska. Honestly, it's not for everyone.
With the Pick and Save app, you can get personalized coupons on top of weekly sales, all for prices that are lower than low. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Call for action only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Finally tonight in New York today, city officials crushed nearly 100 dirt bikes with a bulldozer that have been recently confiscated. The bikes are not street legal in the city, and the mayor says he is determined to eradicate the menacing vehicles from local streets. He says NYPD has taken about 900 of the bikes and ATVs off the streets of the Big Apple so far this year, an 88% bump over last year.
Well, they weren't street legal there before that.
Let that be a lesson to you.
Yeah, third
All
time.
right? Okay.
Well, skies are starting to clear out tonight. Live view from the Edgewater Sky Cam. Still 83 in Madison, but temperatures are in the 70s to our north and west. Dew point temperatures are starting to drop, 59 in the Dells, and then look for a low tonight of about 67. High tomorrow, 83.
That'll be nice tomorrow. Thank you, Gary, and thank you for joining us tonight. Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.